Please answer my reply. Some dude wants something made. Obviously, I get very distracted even during the warm-up. I'm like, okay, cool, ready to go. I got all my stuff ready. I'm pouring the things. I'm shutting this down. I'm plugging this in. Oh, look, someone wants to have a artisan blacksmith's toolbox made. But I think I was too slow. Oh, well. Here we go. What's up, everyone? This is burp, 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 burp. Coffee with the Soul. I'm your host. We're going to chat. We're going to talk. I'm going to try to not talk too much, but no, we're still going to talk. Oh, dude just sent it. And we're going to farm for Mog. Nice and chill, relaxed. See if I can get anything new. I haven't opened all the things in like forever. So I want to take a look and I'll probably look mostly at old world shit. And I'm going to do my usual thing where I'm going to go to a spot, kill hella stuff, but then only loot the gold and just skip everything else. That way, in the hopes that I can get Transmog later on when the patch pops open. So let's do this thing for the person real quick. 1,000 gold. I'll take it. I'll take it. Done. So, like I said, I hope everyone's doing well. I hope your loots are merry. I'm still nursing the throat, so while I do have the coffee, I also have the honey lemon stuff that I'll be downing throughout the day. Oh, that I put so much rind in here. Holy crap. Anyway. 52 months of WoW doesn't seem that long. Thank you for subbing, Puddle Dude. Puddle Dude. Appreciate it. It's been... God, I've been streaming for a while now. 6 years? Something like that. Along with making videos and stuff. Time just goes by hella fast, dude. You're continuing your lore master? Right on. Okay, so let me turn on all the things. Not literally all the things, but the add-on called All the Things. Raid last night went pretty well, I think. I wanted to go a little bit faster. Like, I wanted to clear all the bosses up until the last boss. But we only got... We still have Silken Court up. But Silken Court wasn't that hard when we were progressing on it the other week. So I have a feeling that we'll be able to get through that fairly fast. It like, what's it called? Like, we had, like, just random wipes. Not so random wipes, but we had just kind of, like, rookie wipes more often than not. Like, the second boss that was killing us a couple times. Princess was giving us trouble. I think it's because there was just, like, more people. We had almost 30 people, so I think it was more than what people could handle, and people were making pretty boneheaded mistakes, too. Me too. I think I screwed up one, like, because of something. I'm like, oh shit, my bad, But then Brute Twister, we only needed a few pulls on that. And then that was down, and I was like, alright, sweet, yay, let's go home. A few minutes early. Hopefully, I have doubts. I don't know if we'll be able to take down Altarek this week, because we haven't tried her at all yet. So we have to learn, like, whatever the hell there is to learn about the fight, and I'm sure it's going to be like I'm sure it's going to be a lot, but we'll see. Anyway, I didn't say hi to people. What's up to the Keith? You're the first person to say hi. Appreciate it. What is up to Puddle again, to FaZe, to Peter, to Lorgan, to Peter again, haha, and of course the beautiful digital spelling faces who will be joining us throughout the day. And like I said, we're just going to do like mostly a relaxing day, just chill, hang out. And look for Mog. It's been a while. Okay, so since I want to mostly take advantage of the Mog that I'll be able to unlock more easily after the patch, I think I'll go to Molten Core, or I'll do like vanilla stuff, right? So Molten Core, Blackwing Lair, Onyxia, I guess, because that's technically stuff too. We're doing a roulette, right on. Dude, but this looked dope. This is a pretty good one. Nice and thick and everything. Alright, let's see what we get. Oh, ooh, candles. Hey. Look, hey, check it though. So, okay, I'm a little disappointed here though. What do you notice? I notice that the frame rate of the candle burning does not. It's like 15 frames a second or something. See that? That's not right. Oh, whatever. We've had worse. Okay, so molten core. Let's go. My inventory actually isn't too bad right now. Actually, it could be even better. Let me clean this up. $1.25. It's all right. Respectable. Actually, I think I'll go to Onyxia's lair first, since it's here. So I think I could do maybe no. If I recall, I can only do one version. Like it locks out the other versions or something like that. Oh, it's been so long. So which lore master are you working on, Peter? War Within, older stuff. Okay, that's weird. Is this a bot thing? This is a bot thing. Where they just... Yeah. Death Knight's in the corner. Cool. Death Knight's in a corner. And they're just trying to not cough. There's a sponsored video I have to do an advertisement integration thing for today. Gotta do it today. I've been not really putting it off, but gotta get it done today. All right, now you're trying to find the last part of Ardenweald for the Sojourner stuff. Ardenweald. Most of the stuff, most but not all the stuff shows up on the map, but you would have seen it already and all that. Okay, so... Boo. Can't find the breadcrumb for the last one I need, lol. Sojourner of Ardenweald. Humor me. Which one are you missing? Okay, no, never mind. I'm not gonna remember. I don't remember which one, like, links to what. So I wouldn't be able to help you there. Did I do everything for Dragonfly? For War Within? Fuck. I think I did. Yeah. Yeah, I did a while ago. It's just that I haven't done it on my main character. I spread Lore Master across multiple characters, and I regret it. Northwest. Okay, that one was weird. I remember though those were a little odd because there were like different elevations, but I'm not sure about breadcrumbs and stuff. Okay, so which one version am I? I'm in 25-man version. Oh, you know what? Let me see how my speed set is looking these days. So let me save that. And then Ugh, I don't feel that much fat. I went up 2%. That's really sad. So what if I change these boots? I'll change it to the new things that I'm using, which are somewhere. Shit. Yeah, where are they actually? Here we go. Like that one. Okay, that says 200 speed plus $1.25, and then this is shit. I think that's two. I think it's 250, and then this is 200. But then my other shit is 1,000. So I think this is my fastest set now. So now it's 18%. Oh shit! Watch out. Fathers hide your daughters. I think this is as fast as I can get it. Yeah, up to 8%, up to 8%, and then up to 8%. Yeah, I think this is it. So this is now the new speed set. Oh, that's sad. Boo. Actually, no, I think I have a is it one of my trinkets that happen to have speed on it? Here, let me look again. Because as far as I know, the whole idea of a speed set at the moment is kind of borked for non-druids, non-demon hunters. Well, definitely, if you're not a druid, like, you lose a lot. Let's see. Oh, so that has speed on it. It happens to have more speed. Okay, so I guess I'll just happen to use this trinket. Save that as the speed set, and like, I guess there we go. Yeah, it's not very good though. My spec has speed on it? Okay, yeah, so 21% more speed. That's the best I can manage right now. That sucks. Well, oh yeah, there's so many tools for that stuff too. You'll cheat if you have to? Ah, a man of integrity. I feel ya. Good shit, Peter. So there, I was hearing okay, there's like some Wild article about some sort of reveal about Belladar, I think. Let me see if I can find that. Because that kind of got me interested. I'm like, oh. I'm not seeing it though. So, okay, I can't find it. Maybe it's not a thing. I could have swore I saw some article from Wowhead about this crystal. Nope. Won't find it. Oh. Yes, if you do the weekly. Oh, I didn't do the weekly. Oh, the Titan thing will explain something and Brent will speculate. Oh. Okay, I should do that myself then. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. I think I'll do that after I do some of these old world runs. So I just need to do this Molten Core, Blackwing Lair, Tomb of Sargeras. Shit, I'm not lost, am I? It's very dark in here, actually. This is kind of cool. forgot how dark it is in this spot. Okay, that's cool. I thought it was like some data mine, because I saw the quest. I'm like, oh, this is a new quest. I didn't know that it would like lead to more stuff, so that's cool. Ugh, damn this cough, man. It sucks. Gonna start a raid on your mage for recipes and tokens mainly. Recipes too, huh? Well, one thing that's hard to do, man, is trying to get all the recipes for the goggles. Like that was a trial. I only got so far, and then I stopped. And eventually, eventually, I'll go for it. Did I do the first two? Yeah, I did the first two. Yeah. Woohoo! Hello, Lobies. Woo! The few times I'm in the area, I'll do a quick flyby. See if I can fascinate people. Oh my god. What was that? They won't notice. But no, there are a lot of recipes from BC. All I really wanted to focus on was the ones that let you eventually unlock all the different goggle appearances. But fuck, that's tough. That's a lot. I think I started going around to different servers to buy recipes because it's like, screw it, I'm not gonna. I ain't got that kind of time. Crimson Tide Stallion. Ooh. Wait, not this way. Go to Gromgirl first. Where's that? Here we go. Yeah, good luck if you're going for that. You're at almost 29,000. What am I at right now? More. Whatever. Don't pay attention, so not a big deal. So who cares what I think? Nice. Now, what do you think, Galleyfat? Like, what's your biggest vulnerability? Like, what's your What's your biggest area of opportunity? Like, where do you suck at your achievement gathering point, totals? For me, it's been PvP. Under PvP, like, it's just shit. Absolute shit. There's a ton of points that I could be getting if I just PvP more. Is it you too, huh? Yeah, I'm sure that's a lot of people. Because PvP is just such a big departure from anything else. Like, you could say, oh, pet battles, that's really different. I'm like, oh, you're right, but it's still collections and it's still kind of like relatively peaceful. PvP, you gotta go out of your way for, I feel. I always go the wrong way. Okay, so I said, yeah, I guess you're first. Unless I can get it with... Yeah, that helps for sure. So are you guys going to go, like, really hardcore? Are you guys going to go really hardcore with farming for, like, those tier 2 appearances next week? Your cough sticking around, that's the worst, man. I know, it sucks. And it feels rude. Still coughing and stuff, but... I'm at the point where even resting my throat, it's not going to do any good. It's just going to linger like this for a little while longer. When's the patch? The patch is next week. Next week. So what I'm doing right now is I'm farming for Transmog, where like the armor that drops, it is class specific. After this patch, this armor will be able to be learned, even if I'm not of the same class. So I'm just farming stuff now, and I'm not even grabbing stuff from the bosses necessarily. I'm just getting the gold, and I'll just open the mailbox later. Which kind of sucks, because there's like probably profession-related stuff that I could be getting out from there, but oh well. I'll deal with it. If you're not, you're going to go for all the possible mounts, level alt some toys for the old vanilla PvP. You know, there's not a whole lot of mounts, if I recall. Like there's like some of the legacy stuff if you haven't learned those before. Like if you weren't around for the anniversary where you got like a certain Corehound mount. There's that. Oh, combat. Come here. Come here. Come on. Okay. That should do it. I hope. If not, we're fucked. I completed my Black Mage Temple set, but it ain't proccing the achievement. Oh, that's odd. Hopefully it's just like a log in, log out sort of thing. Yep, I don't feel very fast at all. Really sad. As far as I know, the PvP rep tokens are still in. I think those are. But I think they might have moved them. No, I don't have good info on that. I'm not remembering very well. Try that before I open the ticket. Yeah. Otherwise, it's, you know, it just might be a bug and just write up a bug. Hopefully they'll fix it down the line. They shout out super speed boost for everyone for old content. Maybe. You know, there's a certain janky fun to, you know, using old sets and using that to speed through content. So it sucks when they nerf it. The only thing that I really want from... Well, what I would like is for Legacy mode to be like a mode. Not just like this kind of jank toggle that happens to activate certain things. Like, I want people to feel what Legacy mode would be like. Feature-wise, I would like Legacy mode to just stop dropping things that aren't Transmog, because no one cares about it. You know, profession items and recipes, blah, 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 whatever. But I don't need rings. No one who does Legacy mode needs rings or trinkets or any of that stuff. Because if you're doing Legacy mode, it means you're on a max level character. So you don't need the non-cosmetic stuff. Just give us the good shit. Even if the RNG is still there. Just change the loot table and just make it so that, you know, if it's 5 pieces of gear, don't give me 5 rings, 5 trinkets and stuff. Didn't proc? Yeah, we'll just give it a bit. Or, well, I mean, nothing stopping you from putting in a ticket. I say go for it. Ooh. Hey, look. I got a legendary. Well, ain't that pleasant? I already made a Thunder Fury for myself a while back, so no biggie. Good luck to anyone who's still farming for it, though. That's like a trial. You'd be okay with a vendor for bad luck protection? I don't know. It's like there are different talking points, and everyone's correct. It's just a matter of like who's the loudest, and you know what Blizzard ultimately decides, which so far is nothing. You know, I feel like taking away the RNG, but like if you add bad luck protection, you're not. You're just you might as well just take away any semblance of luck from it, because this is already a legacy mode. You're not exactly wasting that much time going in here farming. So I guess what I'm sort of trying to say is like I'm okay with coming in here, you know, for weeks at a time trying to get this stuff. I think it's just a reasonable quality of life ask to be like, okay, I'm here for Transmog. Can we have only Transmog drop, please? That would be great. Don't you drop a chest or something? Yeah. Chest. Damn it. Stuck. Stop dropping it. Yeah. If you want that stuff, they should let you take off legacy modes to farm mats or for whatever people are doing. Yeah. So like, well, the thing is, like, if you're in there, oh, let me get gear for someone else. Let's have them come with me. Then you're not doing legacy mode anymore. Now it switches to the normal mode. So like, there goes that too. And I'm lost. Shit. Oh wait, no, this is where the big dude is. I always do this. Without fail. You can't get to the bug report, it says error 404. Well, it'll come back. Now it's just being silly. Can we start a protest to bring back the goodest boy we lost in Shadowlands? Oh, you're talking about Brutosaur? No. I don't know who you're talking about, actually. Because good boy implies puppy. I don't recall losing a puppy. Did we lose a puppy? I had a random... there's this random idea I shared where we need like a legacy shuffle where you talk to Chromie or whoever, and she shoots you, just you. It's an entirely solo experience. Just you into a dungeon, and then you go through the dungeon, you know, kill whatever, and then you get to the end. At the end of the dungeon, Chromie appears again, and she's like, "You want to keep going?" "Yeah, I want to keep going." So she gives you a 5% increase to your damage and run speed. Something like that. And then she shoots you into another dungeon. So you run through that one. Random dungeon, whatever. And at the end of that one, there's Chromie again. She asks you, "Hey, you want to keep going?" And you keep going. And going until, I don't know. Until you have just like ridiculous fucking run speed. Like remix run speed. And then you're just blasting through doing all these legacy dungeons until you feel like you're done. Once you want to get off that ride, you tell Chromie I'm done, or you just hearth or whatever. That's it. I would also like the whole thing about no longer dropping non-cosmetic stuff. I want that too. But yeah, so I'm still saying put in all the work. You know, put in all that time to like farm and kill stuff and do whatever. But yeah, just to make it a little bit more fun. That's all. It kind of makes it so that it kind of kills the idea of speed gear. You know, it takes that out of the equation, but instead it makes it so that any of your characters can do it, you know, if you just feel like doing it on a certain class, or you're going to use multiple characters to farm for stuff, sure. You don't need to set up multiple speed characters. Kind of cool. Okay, so 14. So so Asmongold is being banned for 14 days, and that's it. I'm a little surprised. I'm a little surprised. Short story is that he was banned on Twitch for really racist comments, and I guess racism goes away in 14 days. It's fixed. What a forgiving, and they say that we're intolerant. The Wild God. Oh, you're talking about Ursoc. Oh. Well, what's sad is that we lost him technically before Shadowlands. Yeah. Poor guy. Okay, so now off to Blackwing Lair. All right. Speaker is not fun to find, use, store, or anything. It's treatment of a problem that comes up when farming. Wait, like I said, it'd be cool to liberate us from having to do things like farm for speed sets and just let us use whatever character we want. But then we would be enabling like this sort of mode. But it turns it into a kind of arcadey thing too. It's like, okay, you know, the big benefits is that you don't really have to travel. You just kind of get shot over to a random dungeon. But the thing is, like, you're shot over to a random dungeon. What if you don't give a shit about it? What if it doesn't have anything you need? You know, what about that? But maybe that's just part of the rough edge that comes from it. I'm sure he learned his lesson and he's sorry. My bad, he said. I'm not going to dwell on that subject too much because it's, you know, because that's attached to an extremely sensitive topic that I really don't want to get into. All right. But yeah, that's what you get. Stick to mount competitions and stuff. That shit was fire. Okay. Be double. Let's go. Egg. Yo. Hey. It's not working. I'm dead. What the fuck? Was it because I blew up those ads too fast? How'd I get here so fast? I'm not that far. It's just, you know, molten core is just right below me. Oh, maybe I wasn't supposed to kill those ads too fast. Yeah, maybe that was it. And I guess I should do like every version of Two More Sargeras too. Doesn't Antaurus fall under the same umbrella too? Yeah, doesn't Antaurus gear also directly drop class gear? Okay. Dude does not want to move. What the heck? Oh, okay, now I can move. Okay. That's odd. Yeah, I wonder why I was moving like automatically. Excuse me, sorry. Did the cooldown on this go down? I feel like I'm just crushing eggs like way faster than before. I mean, this thing has like a 1.5 second cooldown. It's pretty much a global. Oh well. Valkyrie, am I doing well? I'm doing okay. I'm doing better. How about that? Thank you, though. It was crazy how over the weekend, like, people were reacting really strongly to how to obtain the cosmetics for the anniversary patch. I was kind of baffled over like just how militant some folks were about this principle, I guess, of like the loudest talking point that I saw people say was this is supposed to be a celebration, and not like stuff that we farm for. And I'm like, what is that? And I'm not quite sure what that's supposed to mean. It's supposed to be a celebration, so what? We just get everything we want for free? Now I have said. I did try to make it clear that I think it'd be cool if the very first one that we get was a freebie. You know, just to suck people in. And be like, hey, welcome to the celebration thing. Like, here's a thing for your favorite class. Here, choose one. And then it's yours. But if you want more, hey. But I find it odd that there are folks that just... To be blunt, they don't want to play the game. They just want to have stuff. Which, okay. I don't know if I agree with it though. Considering what helped turn down the low level quest off. Oh, so you had it off. Whoops. My boots are almost broken. I know my boots. They've been working hard, dude. I wiped a lot. Many deaths were done. Oh, it would help if I was a Hammer Templar Paladin. Because I'd have the increased run stuff. I'd have longer horse. Oh well. Haven't we played the game enough though? It's been 20 years slash. Yeah, yeah, we've been playing this game for like ever. We should just, they should just give us these things. And I'm like, dude, we're gonna get like 2 trading posts during this celebration event, so we are gonna get stuff just handed to us. Relax. I'm almost always Templar outside of raid content. Right on. Yeah, more guildmates are getting the raid buff, which is cool. Every little bit will help for for Thursday. And I had a pretty good run. I had 3 fights where I was first in the world in my item level as a healing paladin tank person. Ha 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 ha. It's a competition that I'm in, and the participants include me and me and me. But it's always good to win. Okay, so I need to do this archive quest. That'll get me the next part, so that means I'll just do some delves. I think that'll be like the most efficient thing for me to do. Then I'll go back to Transmog stuff. Go back to Legion shit. It's been a rough morning for pugging leveling dungeons. So many toxic pugs. Even seriously, even with like just leveling dungeons, that sucks. I'm really starting to feel like they need to do more strict social moderation. I'm excited to level all my pets with Squirt being up every day on the... Really? I did not know that. Squirt is up every day? Holy shit. Wow. Leveling dungeons are the worst. Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, that is honestly news to me. I mean, I knew that they were like fast and, you're going to have DPS pulling and all that stuff, but I didn't think that it would go so far as like people would like be trash talking to each other too. Alright, I don't think there's an easy way out of here, is there? Oh no, wait, I'm done here. So I'm going to delves, like I said. Implement an emotes only mode in WoW and put it in Dungeon Finder. Can't you just use certain chat restrictions or whatever to just, turn all that off? That'd be interesting. But then it would be that'd be kind of odd too, because otherwise people would be forced to just use emotes to talk, like they can't talk with through any other option. There are 3 trainers to rotate every day, and one is always squirt. For some reason, nobody has met. Yeah, I mean, I'm not a pet person, so I wouldn't have known. Now it's every day is a squirt day. It's not exactly every day is a super squirt day, right? So don't we still have to wait for the pet battle bonus to be enabled for it to really be beneficial? It'd be like the ping system where you hold the keybind down and get a circle with like 8 emotes you can use. It just comes off as odd to me, to just not have people talk at all. And people can definitely abuse the emote system too. Oh, I'm dying. Oh yeah, I am dying. What? This hurts. I feel bad for the Nerubian Lord. It's just like, yeah, come at me, dude. Come on. Nope. Never mind. Poor guy. He chose a bad spot to roost. Oh shit, so did I. Ah! Run, panic. Oh, even bubbles. Bubbles do nothing. Okay. Ah. Alright, okay, Brand's here. We made it. How's the coffee? What brand am I drinking? The usual, unfortunately. I reached out to coffee people. They haven't gotten back to me yet. So I'm still on Trader Joe's coffee. Hi, Kissy. Hope you have an excellent... Thank you. I should repair my gear so I can... Never mind. 22 minutes on Jeebus. I'll get to the repair person eventually. So... Come on, Darkcaster. Move your ass. Any time now. Oh my god, he doesn't want to move. You bastard. Yeah, I've tried the squirt days. Fellow coffee, like, damn right. If not for coffee, how do we live? Oh, really? This is not? Come on. Strike down the enemy. Boom, boom. Oh, it all missed. Well, that's sad. Alright, fine. I'll be a bit more responsible now. I wish guild names could be longer. I wanted to name a guild Midnight's Admiral Taylor's version. Okay, that's pretty good. You know, you should... I would say just calling the guild Admiral Taylor's version would work just fine. Yeah, I think that would be sufficient. Because the whole point is that you see your character's name, and then below, Admiral Taylor's version. That's good. It's funny doing delves on Red Pally. I think I solve them faster than I do them in groups. I think since the first week, I haven't done any delve groups. I feel bad because I should be helping guildmates who do want help with them, but I haven't made myself very available for it. Gee, why didn't I think of that? Now the thing is, does Admiral Taylor's version work? I think it does. I think that's enough character room. Oh, I know why I'm dying. I'm using my speed gear. Ah. Well, that definitely factors in when you have an item level of 456. Okay. Makes sense. Makes sense. So let's change this back, shall we? Pets, actually. Yeah, I'm like, why am I struggling in an 8? Sheesh. Like, get good, dude. That's better. Just 160 item level. That's all. That'll help a little bit. I feel like 2 is faster, but an delve group higher than 2 ends up taking longer. I mean, I'm sure, you know, the health values are a factor and everything, but I just figure that, you know, overall, the more the merrier, just because you have more people to, like, cover shit. But yeah, you're just kind of, like, killing sponges, right? But at least as a, you know, if you've learned this play solo, like, you've reached escape velocity pretty quick once you figure out the pulls and figure out how to do things on your own. And then having a buddy who you might not be well coordinated with, it just kind of introduces chaos sometimes. And hey, how about that? I'm having an easier time. Ha 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 ha. Restaurant in Kentucky called Mountain Gap. Ground beans and did a pour over. It was otherworldly. Ah. Like, I'm not sure if my living situation is going to change in the next year or so. It might. Not in a bad way, but it's just going to change. And at that point, I might finally get myself an espresso machine. And if I do, it's over. I'm in big fucking trouble. You know, it's no longer going to be Coffee with Soul. It's going to be called Espresso. Get it? Yeah, that's bad. But I'll do it. Like, over the years, I've obviously gotten used to having coffee on streams and everything, but on a day-to-day, or like on the weekend, I guess, on a day-to-day, I'd rather just have espresso, because it's less liquid. I can enjoy it faster. Bad, but it's an excellent pun. You shut your mouth. A modern version of the espresso machine or an old school one? I prefer an old school one. I'm not like a... Oh, well, maybe I'm not quite sure how to define a modern one. Like, I still want one that's a manual. Like, I want to, like... Shoom, boom, boom, boom. You know, so like that one. Maybe you're talking about like the ones that are just like a boil over or whatever. But I like the machine one. Anyone know if Underkeep is a speedrun version today? I have no idea. Delves are already a speedrun of content. Remember back in the day? When you had to farm badges so you can get gear? Oh, man. That was something else. I was looking at there was some thread on Twitter where someone's like, dude, this gearing system is dog shit. You get to a certain level and then you're just hard stuck, man. This is the dumbest. And then you saw this thread of people being like, yeah, this is dumb. We got to item level 620 hella fast. And then that's it. Now we're screwed. And I'm like, y'all talking about 620? You know, so of course these are people who are like Keystone Heroes and stuff like that. Carrying on about the gear. I'm like, damn, dude. Do you not realize how fast it is to gear these days? How easy it is to get your alt up and running. Like, right at max level. Right at max level. But nope. Apparently not fast enough. I'm telling you, people won't be pleased until WoW literally is a lobby-based game where you just log in and you immediately get thrown into a Mythic Plus with someone. And then you hate the group and then you leave and then you just go back and re-queue again. Yeah, it's gonna, you know, some people would love WoW to play like Call of Duty. I don't want to one that has a digital monitor and steams them up with a push of a button. Oh, okay, no, I'm not fond of that. Yeah, I want the twisty, you know. I want to be able to control the flow of the milk so I can froth it, you know, or steam it the way that I want to. Yeah. Like, this goes back to when I worked at Starbucks 20-some years ago now. Still left an impression on me on like, how I enjoy my coffee. Be interesting to see how Blizz scales the delves when the season changes. I have a feeling it'll be easier than... Or it'll be pretty formulaic. Here, I can repair now. Yay! I have a feeling it'll be pretty formulaic, where, you know, new season starts, and we just see the item levels bump up. That's it. I don't think there needs to be anything fancy that's done, you know, unless they're going to adjust like the way the rewards are given out. Outside of that, no big deal. And I like to think that it worked out mostly fine with how they did this. You know, there are continuing debates over whether it's okay to get hero gear and stuff, but I mean, you look at this week and how the dungeon event gives hero gear off of doing 4 heroics. That's pretty cool. It's buggy, but it's pretty cool. You know, so while there's definitely that plateau where it's like, okay, here's where the real gearing starts. What's the problem with that? it's letting a lot of people grow into the game and get into end game stuff. But then when they want to get into like the hard shit, yeah, you're gonna see the grind. I don't think it's so far-fetched to be like, okay, well, if you want to be a mythic kind of raider, yeah, you're gonna have to put extra investment into getting good, getting extra gear, doing all the crash stuff, whereas everyone else is just going to kind of like relax and exist in their space. They're doing their own bit of progressing, but they also probably play less than others. So, yeah, one of those. Nice. I forgot the name of the brand. Mazorco or something like that. Yeah, it was a good machine. But of course, I'm not gonna have a giant contraption, like a giant industrial level espresso machine in my at my house or whatever. That'd be funny. I just feel bad neglecting my medics because it's less hassle than doing delves. I say don't feel bad. I mean, what Blizzard introduced here with War Within, it's changed the paradigm. It's changed the approach. It's challenging us to make decisions as to like where we want to get stuff. But I don't think it's anything to like feel guilty over or feel bad about. Yeah, do what you want. They're just presenting stuff for us to do. Ew, we're down 20. Oh my god. Lavaza. Oh yeah, I heard of that one too. Yeah. Also good. Yeah, there's a place here in Stanford that does just espresso and coffee makers and stuff, and I go in there like it's a toy store, like it's a Best Buy or something like that, just looking at stuff like, ooh, look at all the stuff that I can't buy. Ooh. Why are some warband quests still appearing on new alts even with the settings correct? I'm not sure. For me, I can't do a perfect test on that because this character that I'm on here, I haven't... there are some things that have appeared recently that just show up. Sometimes breadcrumbs will show up too, I've noticed. And then once I complete the breadcrumbs, then I'm off to like this other quest that is hidden because the filters work out, so I'm not quite sure. Yeah, not quite sure about that. And okay. Alright, so which one am I doing here? Water thing. Yeah, I imagine that Dells will just scale up like everything else. Add 39 or so item level for the new season. I think the difference, though, between Season 1 and Season 2 is that we're probably not going to walk into Season 2 with 10 to 12 keys, because some people were able to do that and were able to at least get themselves started very, very fast on characters that farmed up all them keys. But if you didn't, then not a big deal. So I imagine that when Season 2 starts, we're going to have like Mythic Plus and Raids and PvP and all that, and Delves all start at the same time. So we're going to start at a more even playing field. And so people are going to be like, okay, what do I do first? Answer's probably going to be the same. Hey, I'm going to do some Delves. Let me get my 4 bountiful keys, get some Delves in, get some easy champion gear, and get started. But other people are going to be like, no, I don't want to go through the trouble of leveling up, level 1 through 8 delves again, blah, blah, blah. I'm just going to jump into keys. I'm just going to jump into raids, and that's it. Other people are going to be like, oh, I'm going to do both. You could do both. Ain't no harm in doing that. So, I hope they manage to scale accordingly, though. Not that a month on that they're still fine-tuning. Well, in terms of the scaling, I'm just thinking about, when they bump item levels up. I think that's very, very straightforward. They just slap about 40 item level on top of everything else, and that's it. All right. Come on, all y'all. Everyone come. Okay, this is actually a bad idea. This is a bit much. Okay, maybe not so bad. Okay, why is that laser? Oh, okay. I'm like, why is that Zekfir dude like powering up a dude that's like a million miles away? So this is definitely one of those tank privilege moments. Ha 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 ha. Or like a very geared DPS. I'm sure they would be able to accomplish a pull like this just fine too. Piles of treasure. Oh, okay. Have they had storylines? Makes the places seem different even though it's the same space. By storylines, you mean like additional scenarios or like other quests and stuff? I mean, I'd like both, right? But it would be cool, like, if they, like, let's, sorry, hold on. Had to let out a big one. Like, let's pretend that goblins are in our future, right? Goblins and ethereals. So now I hope to see more goblin and ethereal related stuff in these existing delves. On top of, let's also pretend that there's going to be another zone, like a delve or two in the new zone too. That would make sense to me. Now, one thing that I wonder, if they do introduce new delves, additional delves, are they going to increase the number of bountiful delves available? Because right now it's 4. Might it be 5 next time? Dun dun dun. I don't know. So more varieties. Got it. Yeah. No, that'd be awesome. It would definitely have this this kind of feel of progression. And I hope it's like additional stories, not replacement stories. Like, I don't mind seeing the old stuff. Because, yeah, while leaving the old stories in there, it's like, okay, it's the old stories. Come on, guys, this is old news now. Leaving it in there for the sake of gameplay variety, I think we're better off with that than to not. I totally can't wait for the patch, though. I really want to try out the paladin changes and see how my self healing is later on. Not just self healing, but just like my whole shtick of being able to heal my buddies. I'll have some hydration. Actually, I'll have some tea. New zone's a guaranteed thing. Feels like it, right? I'm counting on it. I'll be disappointed if it don't happen, but I'm not gonna. It's not the end of the world, right? Woo woo. Oh, they get triple juiced up. Oh, that's bad. I didn't know that their roars could like stack like that. Like, okay, that's pretty dangerous. Honestly, the other side of the lake in Halifal, that'd be cool. I want to play the Heron here. Yeah, I want to see more of them. I figured that I'm sure they're going to play a big part in the expansion, some way, shape, or form. Will I make a guide on Zekfer as a tank? The TLDR on that LVD it's going to be the same. It's going to act out the same way. The exception is, it's going to be slower. That's the big thing. It's just going to take you longer to kill stuff, or to kill Zekfir, because you still need to save like all your throughput and everything for killing the egg, regardless of what kind of tank you are. So you just need to time whatever DPS, cooldowns, trinkets, etc. To just go for that. Egg. Maybe I'll try it a little bit after this. There's still stuff I want to do though today. Lots of fun. I'm having 30 minutes here and there to do a delve. It's great. Yeah, it's chill. And for some people, delves are like enough of a bit of stimulation, a bit of a challenge, a bit more to do than just a super bloom, than just soup or grand hunts. It gives a chance for people who haven't really needed to really like find out like what their class is capable of, because now they're being challenged with something that doesn't just fall over, that gives rewards, but isn't like, oh, you gotta be in a group for it. But it does challenge you to take a look at the game in a slightly different way, like kind of like how it was back in vanilla days. Lisa Imperial and Enderman will meet up in Stormwind and visit Arathi Basin. Or Arathi Highlands. Would they? I mean, what would be the benefit for her, really? Like, what does she get out of it? It's like, would she really give a shit? I'll just pop everything now. Ah! That's why I've been wanting to find or set up a weak aura for my divine guidance buffs. That shit hits hard. How hard did it hit? Hardest hitting thing, aside from Bran. Yeah, that shit smashes. Just wondering what the timeless how many zone place will be in this expansion. This whole... I don't know if you've noticed, but like, entire expansions have given like a timeless isle sort of feel for a while now. To see where people land and maybe some history or background. I guess it's like... Sorry, I guess I'm wondering like, what would make Farron leave Khazalgar, even temporarily? I guess it's like, hey Farron, we have mages. We have functioning mages here. Check it out. And then she'll be like, oh my god! And, and then he'll take her on a fantastic carpet ride. Talion shambles. Actually, no, Talion's not gonna care. She's gonna be like, whatever, dude. I got my own piece of ass. I ain't no fucking maiden. Fuck you, Antoine. No. She'll write a letter saying that. Alright, I can drop that. Let's get this for some more undercoins. And because they have a thing. I mean, right now, like the way I see it, at the moment, Farron is Anduin's light mommy. Yeah, she's his light mommy. She's the cure, dude. And then emotional dependence, and then... Oh boy. But yeah, data mining seems to suggest goblins, though, right? Data mining has said that. There's been NPCs on the PTR supposedly talking about that. I don't know the details. They're just PTSD buddies of the light. Aww. See, that's why Andon was trying to get closer to Sylvanas. You know, because they were kind of in the same boat. Kind of, sort of, maybe. And Andon was trying to smash that. if goblins calling Venture Co. It's hard not to. It's always them. They're like the Scarlet Crusade. Always the bad guys. Ever present. Yeah. Three, 4, 5, boom. Four, 5, boom. Okay. Isn't the Goblin Leader still in the game? Yep. I mean, last we saw, though, he was in the Shadowlands. So it's like, I guess he's alive. Three, 4, 5, boom. Two, 3, 4, 5. Oh, damn it, I used my consecration when I didn't want to. And now 4. There you go. Ho-ho. Oh, wow. Totally top damage. Fuck, that thing hits hard. Actually, it didn't hit that hard. 8 hits. 1 crit for 3.6 million. I mean, that's good, but meh. I saw a good speculation video saying that since the Zalatath disc thing, Darkheart, is broken, she might call upon the goblins that made Deathwing's armor to fix it. Huh. Not bad. I can definitely see Zalatath trying to influence, what's his name, Gallywix, and succeeding because he's easy to manipulate. Yeah, I can see that. Not a bad idea. Okay, so let's Hearth. Hello, Soph. Have I done all the delves on level 11? I have not. I haven't gotten around to it. Haven't, yeah. No reason. Just haven't gotten around. I've done a couple. I think I've done 2. Like, I did 1 just to be like, okay, cool. I wanted to get the Immortal achievement. That was it. And I think I did 1 other for fun. So I'll eventually get around to it before the end of the season. New problem. New problem. Alright, so let's see what this is all about. Turning it up a little bit.
We encountered certain obstacles, colossal crystals, which we came to realize were calcified chunks of the world soul's essence. They are of great power, and I wonder how many yet remain undiscovered beneath the earth, all over the world. By word of the great Cosmoroth, the Titan's research has revealed that Azeroth's world soul is indeed the Prime. Our purpose may yet be fulfilled.
The Prime what?
Enormous powerful chunks of world soul essence. Do you think Beladar and Halifol could be one of them?
Potentially. But it was never within the scope of our edicts to study the crystal.
He mentions the Titan Forge making the core wing. Did you know it was built to study the world soul?
We were created for the great purpose of serving the Titans, and thus we built it. Its purpose was irrelevant to us. We fulfilled our edicts dependably, and we have strived to do so throughout the millennia, despite Kaz Algar facing many setbacks.
Setbacks? What do you mean?
Long ago, the continents of the world split apart, and the machinery that powered our facility was damaged, cut off from the manifold. We were unable to repair the connection. We operated on auxiliary power for a time. Eventually, it ran out, and we fell into disarray.
That must have been the Sundering. It's miraculous that any of this survived intact.
That's it? You're gonna leave us kind of hanging on that thought? Oh, man. Still. Cool. And just think, dude, pretty soon, like, check it. So here's one, like, that's one mask, 2, 3, and 4, and then back to horrific visions we go, baby. Oh shit. Oh shit. Yeah. I can see it. Alright, so I'm going to humor myself, and let's see how I do Zekfir. I'll box a couple rounds with him. Maybe I'll do enough damage, maybe not. We'll find out. And then, excuse me. And then off to Antaurus. So, let's go. Didn't mind horrific visions for the first few weeks. I guess part of the problem, the way I see it, the keys. The keys were just a big pain in the ass. Delves aren't so different, but they are too, because you can fail a horrific vision, and then you lose your key, and then you're sad. But with delves, you only use keys if you feel like using keys. So yeah, you don't need to, you can save your keys for when you feel like using them. But the big thing is you don't lose keys. Hop the 0.7 gimmick is going to bring back essences and foam even though it's a cantrip. Well, that's pretty speculative. Like, I mean, like, as far as we know at least, 1105 isn't offering any other story developments, which is a shame. The only developments we've been kind of seeing come from the form of these particular quests, which are slowly inching the story forward, but that's about it. but the drip feed isn't so bad. Okay, so I don't want to do this. Let's see, I'm gonna have to go here. No, damage dealer. Let's go to porcelain for now. No flasks, no weird stuff. I'm just gonna brawl for a little bit and just kind of see how it is with me trying to bring down the Eggy. The damn Eggy. Oh, my bad. Spittle. Pff. Well, that didn't work out. Can I at least kill the egg now? Oh, I barely killed it. Okay. I think you gotta heal off too. Fucking goof. Yeah, it's not dying. No, Aggie. I'm sure if I'm Hammer Dude, I would do better. Yeah, let's try doing hammer stuff. See how that plays out. I like saving money for when I get the scrolls to get hero gear. Yeah. Whenever you want. Good friend just texted me that she had a paella with salmon. A paella with salmon. Is that bad? Is the salmon like overpowering or something? All right. Let's see how we do now. So the question is basically, is my hammer thing enough? And where the fuck's the egg? Oh, my bad. Oh shit. Oh, wasn't enough. You sucks all. Suffer. Okay, let's try again. So what's my behavior again? Just throw down hammer. Oh, and divine toll too. Yeah, say so. Hammer, divine toll, judgment. Okay, so cool. It's gonna be fine. Everything is fine. I'm getting brawled, yo. Okay. and judge and judge and kick and kill it. Okay, so that one was fine. But now it's like the next one. The next egg is what I'm also worried about. So here's the next thing. It's right there. Cool. Judge and judge. Oh, that was just really poor damage. Damn. Oh, wow. Yeah, that was bad. Yeah, I think if I focus enchants on other stuff, then I'll do better. So, like, I don't have any enchant. Like, I just got this weapon. I don't have any enchant on it. I should be using more DPS-y trinkets. And that's mostly it. The timing is really tight though, because I have to use Eye of Tyr like right when it needs to be used. If I use it late, then that really like slows me down. So, what are those shoulders? This is from the. I think it was a renown thing. Yeah. It's not the best. Salmon can overcook so fast. Yeah, this is a... I'm pretty sure this is a renown thing from the second zone. You know what I mean, right? Assembly of the Deeps, there we go. Alright, so I'm going to... Not Antaurus. I'm going to Tomb Sargeras. Oh, I took all them candles. It's kind of messed up. Now the question I just wanted to vent a little. I'm sad about some of the community's takes that delves are too easy and they shouldn't give heroic rewards. Yeah, at the same time, it's like, you know, at the same time you have people being like, oh, delves need to be harder. They need to give even better rewards too. So, you know, we see lots of takes from every facet. Not all of them are happy people. But I agree. I don't think that they should stop giving hero gear. I don't think it does any harm. The harm it does most is to like people's egos. Grr, I should only get the hero gear, not them, blah blah blah. But like just this week we have a dungeon event that gives hero gear. Sure, that's only a once, you know, once every couple months sort of thing. Still, it kind of sends that message that Blizzard doesn't mind giving you more gear, but they do draw the line at myth track, and that line is like really thick. It's really thick and it's full of spikes, and if you get too close, it will smite you, and it might feel kind of bad. All right, we're doing every difficulty. Let's go. If anything, they should buff the vaults for keys and raid. I don't know how you can buff it though. What would you do? Because remember, ultimately, the vault equals one choice. That's it. You get one choice out of the vault. You fill it up with one thing, you get one choice. You fill it up with 9, you get one choice. Need to make keys and raids drop a bit more gear. I don't think it needs to. I think people are more concerned about crests and Valor Stones than the gear. Because gear just rains from the sky these days, man. It's plentiful. Boop. I got Queen's Rare Ring from that weekly. Totally worth the 4 dungeons. Oh, jelly. I should do them. Because of the increased loot table and all that. Alright, gold. Let's go. By the way, Mantheus, hi. Hope you're doing well. Sorry, I'm still kind of under the weather, so. Just make it delve level. All the hero tracks and vaults are 1 out of 6, and delves get 3 out of 6? I'm not quite sure what we're trying to accomplish with that. I only play like 1 or 2 days out of the week, and I have 13 trinkets in my bags to choose from. Too much gear, low. Yeah. It's funny. People were pushing back pretty hard when I was talking about the anniversary event and stuff. And I'm like, oh yeah, it's accessible. You can do it. And people are like, yeah, you say you can do it, Soul, Mr. Streamer. You play 26 hours a day. And I'm like, I think you overestimate how much time I put into, progression-related stuff in this game. I don't strive for, like, very high goals. And most of the perspectives and most of the analysis that I come from, like, the 10-hour-a-week kind of player. And I'm confident that someone who wants the ensembles will get them. Someone who wants all the ensembles is presented with a path to get it. And I would kind of argue that if you want to have all of them, but you only have like, an hour or two a week to play the game, then you should probably reassess like the way that you are looking at, how much you should get stuff in the game if you only play an hour or two a week. Because if you play like maybe 10 hours a week, you're fine. You're totally fine. You will get what you want. And if by some freak accident you don't, then there's always next year. There's like this, it feels like this unhealthy obsession, and people are getting away with it. People who are like, oh my god. Like for example, all the time walking stuff. The Wrath of the Lich King vendors have been refreshed, or they're going to be refreshed in the patch. So that way, a couple of time walk-ins from now, we're going to see the refreshed vendors, and there's like all new stuff, cost like thousands and thousands of time walk-in badges to get, and people are pissed because they're like, oh my god, how am I going to get everything? And I'm like, what, you expect to get it in like a week or something? Crazy. Like the whole point of the refresh is to re-inject some longevity into what is a very straightforward system of, hey, let's just do these old dungeons and get some currency and blah blah blah, get some alts up. But there's this assumption that whatever Blizzard makes needs to be knocked out in a week, and 100%, or it's bad. I'm like, damn, dude, feels kind of fast. So next week I'm going to offer like an example path of what to do to, earn your appearances and stuff like that. And then it's up to you if you want to be like, hey, I'm going to do that. And I'm going to present it in such a way that you're going to play for like maybe an hour a day and knock out some stuff, get some things, and get rewards for it. Shouldn't be so bad. Oh, I gotta do like all the raids, don't I? I need to do like Nighthold too. Because I don't think I unlock the Transmog appearances from Nighthold if it's not my class. At least at the moment, right? Alright, Peter. Take care, man. Still trying to figure out which character is going to be my progression character. Well, it's kind of a big decision to make. I mean, if you play with other people, it might just kind of organically happen. People might be like, "Hey, can you bring your such and such?" And then you'll just kind of fall into a space. Got Horn Lens of 5 classes in regular rotation. 10 characters is a real juggle. I bet. Damn. That's a choice. Yeah, some people were talking about, well, what about new players who want to get everything? I'm like, I have a feeling. I'm just going to guess. I'm making an assumption here, obviously. But I'm going to take a stab and say new players are not going to suddenly, like, jump into this and be like, oh, my God, I need to get everything in one day. Bad game. It's like, the point is you can just come back and do it later, man. For people who might call themselves casual players, they sure aren't casual about wanting to collect stuff. Uninstall all the things. There you go. Problem solved. So how am I doing that? Okay, I'm doing normal right now. Because I'm just going for... I mean, I have everything here for my paladin for sure. But now it's just... let's just get everything. Knowing that I'm probably not going to use any of it. But just the feeling of collecting Transmog. That's the fix. That's where I get my my dopamine hits. Just listening to all the things, sing its song. Collecting stuff.
Oh, it's good to see you again. Pull up a chair by the hearth.
I did see a pretty badass shield that came from the new Wrath Vendor, though. It looks sick. It's the Royal Crest of Lordaeron, but it's kind of purple. I dig it. Whee. Going through this rate's pretty quick, too. I think of spots like Molten Core, kind of takes a while. And Taurus, kind of takes a while. Very roundabout. Here it's like kind of compressed, With only one level 80, I'm trying to choose my top 2 tier 2 remake transmogs I want to earn. That is, I think it's a big Monk and Paladin, but maybe I'll earn the Hunter one as well for nostalgia. Yeah, I'd say, do it as you go. Absolutely. Like, I have a feeling that people will complete their collections faster than they realize. But people are, like, so stuck on looking at, like, grand totals and calculations and stuff like that, that they get lost in it. And they'll be like, fuck it, it's too complicated, blah, 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 when really it's just like, you're just gonna do the same shit you've been doing. Heard the Hearthstone music? Yeah, you heard Hearthstone music. Oh, that's soothing. Oh, baby. I do like the monk one the most. Aside from the judgment one, the monk one looks sick. Now, I did notice that there are other colors that of these appearances. We've seen two different colors of the monk one. So I'm going to be very interested to see like how those other colors appear. You know, and then what are people going to bitch about? Grr, my set's not special anymore. I'm so angers. Ah, crap, I forgot the knockback is still... I forget how effective the knockback is on normal. Haven't done this in forever, so I'm kind of curious. Totally fair point. I'll focus on having fun. Yeah, I want to tell people like, hey, you know, here are areas you can focus on for the rewards and stuff, but like ultimately, I wouldn't sweat too much over, you know, counting your activities and, you know, measuring how quickly you're gaining currency. We got a long time on this event, dudes. You know, the people who say, I only have so much time to play, you can plan for this, you know? There's a lot of time that you have for it. Being told in advance, we know, you know, we know how much things cost. Like, plan for it. But yeah, my bigger thing is just how obsessed people are with wanting to complete their collections in like one day by doing nothing. Oh, right, so I can just one-shot him and... Sweet. Yay! Any plans to do songs for the new weekly video? I want to, but if songs don't come to me, then they don't come to me. I don't just force them out. So... the struggle is that I don't exactly get like, oh my god, hey guys, someone be my muse and inspire me. Like, it doesn't really work like that. How do I get out? Okay, this way. Wait, that's not the way. Oh, yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Just redo the reputation one? Maybe. That might be what I end up doing. Because that's crossed my mind too. Is it going to be different in looks between normal and heroic and BRD? No. Not to my knowledge. Yeah, so assuming that we don't clear Ansurek next week, I'm not quite sure what we'll do. I might just split the raid into two, since Festies is back, and then we'll just do the other raid. But if there's... yeah, we'd have to do that, because it's 15 max, which is fucking... ugh. That's annoying. That's very annoying. Yeah, there are certain parts of the feature that I'm not too certain about. Like, how to gear, basically. I need to start doing research on that. What cosmetics or activities am I looking forward to most for the anniversary event? The one that I like vibing in the most, that I just kind of sat around for, was the Lore Walker Cho stuff. It's worth looking at, and at worst, you know, watch it on YouTube when it comes out. But they were, I think they were really well done. They just retell parts of Warcraft history from, you know, narrated by him, of course. I think they're fun. That's the most fun thing to like sit for. As for the other stuff, like, I'd say the other events that go on there, they're very social. So like the Trial of Style kind of thing, the Mount Off, those are things that you at least want to be there for early on, because no doubt once people fall into their routines, it's going to be a wasteland after that, and people are just going to come in for their dailies and like leave or whatever. They're not going to stick around. But I'd say show up early for that stuff, just so you can see what it's like, you know. Because from those events, you don't actually get anything for it. It's just for fun. But as for cosmetics and stuff, I'm gonna go for the Paladin appearance and then all the cheap stuff. It's like what I usually do. That's how I usually behave when it comes to stuff like this. Like I'll go for the Judgment set for Paladins, followed by the cheaper stuff, like the other shield and sword and helmet thing, all of those things, and then ensembles are like, they're way down there. And then I have about 15. Let's see how many. I don't have that many Time Warp badges. I was never like a big Time Warp. I was never a big Time Walking person over the years. So my total's at 17,000. So I think that's pretty decent. And I'm gonna get the things that I like, and that's it. If I feel like doing, if I feel like doing some time walking stuff for, I don't know, achievements or whatever, cool. But I'm not gonna be farming for. I'm not gonna farm for badges though. That's not really my thing. Boop. Oh, didn't die in one hit. No. Yeah, not even that much slower than my speed set. Because I spec'd my character mostly for run speed. Like the enchants that are available in this expansion are pretty decent, to where you can have about, 15-ish% run speed. Farm badges in that damn mount. Yeah, so people are, of course, my motivations are not the same as others. I would say my motivations are far less than a lot of people's. But then there are things that I want, and so I'm going to get it. And there is no doubt in my mind that I'll get it. It changes when it's like, oh, I'm a hardcore collector and I want to collect everything. Then the game is a little bit different. Infinite Transmog drop, they'd have you. I did really want that Transmog set. I really wanted to make sure that I did the hard mode and all that. And so when it was accessible, when it felt pretty accessible to do, I was like, all right, we're going to do this one because we overpower this shit. Let's go. I don't know if you're actually talking about the Dawn of the Infinite Dungeon, but yeah, I wanted that one. Yeah, I'm very selective when it comes to like, ooh, I must have a thing. Doesn't happen very often. Like, the swords. So like these swords, these 5 Skittle color swords, when I first saw them, I was like, I gotta have it. Ah! So I was working towards getting those, which wasn't so bad. Mostly farming rares, dungeon bosses, one very rare mount thing, jellyfish thing. Like I don't remember if it was a jellyfish, but yeah, that I wanted pretty bad. Man, the time will come out if there was a rare. Ah, okay. Maybe if it was good, right? Because I'm not gonna get something. Okay, maybe I would get something just out of principle, but if it's like really cool looking, that helps a lot. What is the add-on that is changing your mouse over to include the lore on the raid bosses? I am using TipTac as my add-on. I'm sorry, as my tooltip thing, but also all the things will include additional information. I didn't really notice lore. Let me take a look over at the next boss. This is all the things. Yeah. All the things is pulling that information. Oh. I'm kind of hoping they remodel some old dungeons and maybe the tier 4 raids into delves. But then they're not delves anymore. They're raids, right? Any odds on a pull for maintenance time on 1105 anniversary patch day? I'm going to say 2:30 in the afternoon. Which is ahead of schedule. Oh god, those are low odds, buddy. As a hunter, I mean, there's not much to farm transmog wise, and what's there is not the best. You know, I wonder if it was possible to like take a look at the demographics. You know the people who are like, we need to be able to transmog whatever armor into whatever, lift all the armor restrictions. I wonder if it's mostly hunters who are saying that. I'm sure it's not, but I wonder if it just happens to be the demographics are just like, oh, they happen to mean hunters. Oh, I wonder why. Ha 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 ha. Oh yeah, was there any news? Well, there is no news. Okay. Cool. So who's picking up that cat? Well, okay, is it available to just buy? Mounts. Okay, so it doesn't look like it's an a la carte purchase. Not yet. It's always just a matter of time. Any other newsies? And okay, something's wrong. What did I do? Like, I'm no longer targeting these dudes. Yeah, interesting. Okay. Actually, let me rezone. Yeah, I noticed I can't click on, like, anything. Yeah. I guess I should have noticed that when I was walking by those mobs, and I couldn't target any of them. Yeah. I'll try rezoning, see if that helps. I have a feeling the instance, like, crashed or something. Oh god. Okay. Let's try a log out. Alright, let's see. Although I wouldn't want class sets to be transmogable at all, but armor type in general I do wish was cross-class. Yeah, I don't mind seeing more of it, but I do want to appreciate. So, like, for example, right? For example, let's pretend the Judgment set for Paladins that's coming. It's iconic. It is Paladin. It screams Paladin, right? But I wouldn't mind at all if other color variants, like a purple set or a green set or a blue set or whatever, if those could be worn by anybody. No armor restrictions, no class restrictions, nothing. Anyone can wear it. Fine. Do whatever. I think that'd be cool. I think everyone gets a little bit of everything. Paladins get to feel super special because they have their specific set. And I think I'm fine now. You know, they get a specific appearance that is them. That is very identifiable. But then the other stuff, whatever. That don't seem so bad. They did that with the Dark Shaman set. Yeah, just have a special set for the actual class that's class restricted, but then lots of color variants that are not. I don't think that's a huge ask. But, you know, all I do want is just something to make that class feel like it can still be, for the most part, identified. And that's not even that much at all. Much better. Oh, wait. Teleport. No, I looted by accident. Fuck. Okay, is anything screwed? Ah, oh, damn it. Okay, I'm not really going to hold on to that old set. Crazy. Hey, we're back. Oh, those are his wings. I was wondering what those were. Okay. Let's go. Boop. Okay, so the big thing is, can I one-shot this dude without having to worry about the dodging things? I'll get sad. Death Knight Tears for the 20th anniversary is one I want after getting the Paladin high-res Justice set. I have a feeling that's going to be number one for a lot of people. Just a guess. I don't really have a favorite Paladin set, though. I think part of me likes Tier 6 more than Tier 2. And we got our Tier 6 remake. Cool. So can I do that on Mythic 2? Maybe I'm red. Oh yeah, that would be an idea. Do it as red. Alright, now faux mythic. Oh, baby. Oh, according to one of our dudes on Discord, to get the final delve level, you know, from 59 to 60, 875,000 XP, which is basically 20 delves, 20 bountiful, you know, not bountiful, yeah, bountiful, 20 level 8 bountiful delves. Which is like a couple days of delves. Okay, 5 days of delves. Eh. I say if you just keep at it at a steady stream, then you're fine. If you care. I don't think leveling at those numbers is even doing anything noticeable in the delve. Mine's 59 right now. It's not any different than when he was a 50. I mean, you look at the, you know, people have been saying that the biggest contributing factor is your item level, as opposed to, oh, I'm done, as opposed to the level of brand, because what brand gives you is merely this 92% whatever. So you're getting 1% increments of whatever. So it's not much. It's going to max out at 100%. Cool. As opposed to 92% right now. So it's there, but it's not huge. I know for me, the desire to max out his level is because I've gone pretty deep into it, you know, done all the stuff. I feel like hitting 60, it should be like a natural thing that I do as well. And I will, without trying, that's for sure. So, knowing how the schedule has been, I'm like, okay, I'm going to relax on it. I don't need to rush. Reflecting prism. That's from WAD. Huh. Oh, Guildbank has some reflecting prisms. Fuck yeah. Pretty natural for playing alts. I've been doing 2 delves each week on 10 alts, so it's all been pretty passive. Yeah, you're just doing like, you know, 1 vault piece a week and just rolling the dice. Some folks have more time and they've been doing 8, so they can get more choices. But you know, for the most part, it's still, you know, you increase your chances, but it's still just a chance. Yeah, I've been slacking. I've been waiting for the anniversary, so I can get like whatever XP boost and activities and do all that to get my levels. Oh, he's still alive. Hopefully today will be kind of a chill day. It sucks. I just haven't been in the headspace to like make video stuff. But I have been slowly putting together like a longer Monday guide for like reminders and how to do the event and stuff. So it'll be worth it, I think. Or maybe I'll throw together like a little reminder PSA, short video, a couple of minutes at most, reminding folks, hey guys, you can unlock Transmog next week for stuff that's not in your class. Here's where you can go, and you know, is it easy? Are there any difficulties and stuff like that? And yeah, maybe I can talk briefly on it using mostly this footage. Yeah, that'd be a somewhat helpful little PSA kind of thing. There's only so much time left until the patch, though, so. So he still needs the PvP to avoid the first set in week 2. Oh, you're talking about the ensemble stuff. I haven't done a perfect measurement, so I'm not sure. To be honest, though, I'm going to try to, you know, when I frame things together, I'm going to try and reassure folks. It's like, dude, don't, like, please, good God, don't worry about it if you can't get the first set in exactly this much time. Like, it's okay. We have so long to do this event. But to be honest, no. Okay, no, that's not answering your question. Yeah, I don't have a perfect answer to your question, Sweden. I want to say no. But, yeah. I'll probably remind people too that like the speed sets have been like pretty gutted, or at least the Azurite half of it has been like pretty nerfed. But I don't think I'll have that out until maybe Friday. I got shit to do today. Oh my god, it's leaving so long. There we go. I never had ticket responses. Oh, you know, never had those? Amazing, huh? Ugh. Taking the scaling for time walking is a perfect opportunity for Blizzard to relook at the heirloom pieces. They can cater the entire set around speed and stupid effects that only work in time walking. Should they make it seem like you need a time walking set, or need an heirloom set for time walking? I don't know. Yeah, not sure. I mean, take a look at it, right? That's fair. Oh, right, I'm hammer spec too. Okay. Hey, we're back. Some Groundhog Day level shit. Alright, I'm more or less just making sure I get my one slot on the vault for each character. So that means Theater and Awakening 10 times a week each. The Favorite Quest for the Theater thing last week has helped. Have you considered doing Spreading the Light? Because that's like a really quick... Like, you need to first have a good handful of those Radiant... I don't know what they're called. But the currency that's down in Halifal. But once you have those, you just need to drop by each of those little baby fire things and drop in 3 of those radiant stuffs 4 times, I think. So you need 12 of them. But once you do that, then you just get your weekly done, like boom, just like that. That's what that's been my typical go-to if I want to get like some quick chests. Radiant shards, yeah, there we go. Hanging with you during playtime is pretty relaxing, makes me want to stream too. Yeah, I mean, me streaming and stuff, like, it really is mostly for me to connect with folks in the channel who might be commenters or, you know, they might be lurkers and they just haven't had a chance to see me live and, you know, just a chance to vibe. That's all it is. You know, so I encourage anyone who wants to stream. Yeah, sure, go ahead. Just keep in mind though that it starts off as a very lonely venture. You know, it took a long time for me to gain like even like a modest audience like this, but I prefer it to be around this size too because it lets me talk with everyone. Because that's all I really care to do. So, yeah, I'm not here to try to. Okay, I am here to like push my more casual-ish agenda, and how I want people to just relax and enjoy the game and blah blah blah. But that's as far as it goes. You know, for the most part, I just stick to WoW. I don't really care about. I try to keep up, but I don't care about sharing or doing commentary on current events, pop culture, and stuff like that because everyone's got different takes on that, and I mostly just want to like, oh, so what's going on? Oh, that's going on. Oh, great, whatever. Back to video games. Something dropped, you know? Yeah, stuff like that. But yeah, the biggest joy of streaming is that I'm doing what I'm gonna be doing anyway, and I get to hang out with people while doing it. You know, so it's like you guys or the guild and all that. Yeah, there's a certain value to get when you remind yourself that you're playing this game and other games with regular ass people. I feel like sometimes people forget about that or decided to forget about that. Yeah, and so we might see people who are less kind to each other in pickup groups and random queues. and we think to ourselves, oh, you know, we're not going to see these people again. It's all good. I can treat them however I like. But that's not cool. People don't deserve to be treated poorly, even if they, like, wipe to something or stand in fire or if they're going a bit too slow. Alright, so this is Mythic, right? Okay, this is Mythic, so it's game time. I definitely need to make sure that I do the damage that I need to do, so let's hope for the best. Yes! Thank God we can bypass. Even tanks can finally bypass, like, the entire thing. We are free, friends. We are kind of officially free. Oh, and check it. Like I was saying earlier, let's see what I get. How many of these things are actual transmog? Not that. Not that. Not that. Male. I got one piece. I got one item that is actual transmog. Let's make a screenshot. I will make a screenshot. And I will bitch to Blizzard. One, 5 items are transmog. It's around to making legacy loot mode no longer drop non-transmog pieces. Boop. Done. After doing a few follower dungeons, the difference between them and the average pug is unnoticeable. You know, I kind of agree. Okay, I don't know if I agree, but I still have yet to do heroic dungeons in this expansion. Kind of wild. Now, of course, I really should do them because, like, dude, that's it's not so bad, and I will get hero gear out of it. Is that scenario boss still online? Which scenario boss are you talking about? Oh, sorry about that. When will the other reputations be warband? They didn't announce any new reputations that would be on the warband, so we'll just have to wait and see. I know that some of those need to be handled pretty carefully, so it might just take a little while. Okay, where to next? Let's go to, since we're kind of in the vicinitars, we will go to Nighthold. Now, Nighthold feels longer to navigate. Feels longer to navigate because it's just bigger. Alright, so the place that I want to go to is, I think it's here. Yes. Also shares Transmog with Emerald Nightmare. Right. Yes. So in this case, I'll start with, since I'm on Mythic, I'll just stick to Mythic. Do I have a personal list of best raids? That's tough. Like, I've always struggled with questions like those. The short answer is no. I don't have a personal list of best raids, but there are standouts, and it kind of lines up with a lot of other people's sentiments. Like I enjoyed Old War, but not as much as other people did. Old War is long, man. Old War is long as fuck. But I did like Trial of the Crusader. I thought it was a cool twist. It's a tournament style raid. I thought it had a cool thing to it. And we haven't done it since because I guess a lot of people hated it, which is a shame. But I really enjoyed that format. I liked ICC's fights, but I did not like the time gatedness of it. Like I don't know if you guys remember. It's the most time gated raid in WoW history. And people kind of forgot about it because they got lost in the Lich King nostalgia. Like it wasn't a very enjoyable thing to be like, all right, cool, we did the raid, guys, and now we're gonna, or we did the first part of the raid, now we gotta wait a couple weeks for the next part to just unlock. You know, that part sucks. But anyway, other favorites that are like standouts for me. Foundry was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that. I also did like Highmaul. Highmaul I found to be fun. Hellfire Citadel was fun, but that wore me out after, you know, that anything wears you out after like a year of doing it. But is there like one favorite? Like, gun to your head, Soul. Favorite raid. Best raid ever. Is there a best raid ever? That is not Old War. Not there. Not those. You know, I like Throne of Thunder, but it's also not memorable. I remember my emotions. I remember how I felt. Firelands was good too. There's been so many goddamn raids that I just can't decide. Like, I could choose almost any of these, aside from, well, starting with the Wrath, because I didn't raid too much in Classic and BC. I could choose almost any of these and die on that hill. And I'd be able to successfully defend myself, at least for a little while. But if I were to settle for something, it might be Siege of Orgrimmar. Yeah. Yeah. Even though there are some really obnoxious parts about it, too. Because Siege has everything. Soul nerfed the mail holding cap, but there is no limit. Firelands was good. Throne of Thunder was the best raid of that expansion. Right? Yeah. So you know what I mean? Like, there's certain context. It's like, oh, that was the best one out of that expansion for sure. But was it the best one ever? I don't know. How's Anarch's Soul and Torus still a pain? It's still kind of a pain mechanically, but you just need to practice it. But mechanically, it hasn't changed. You still need to go up to that spot and take out the mage and click on those things. I don't think that's changed at all. I haven't done it in a while. Like, once I finished getting what I needed from her, I was like, I'm good. Bye! My favorite's more about the group I raided than the raid themselves. Sometimes the less fun stuff ends up with some of the best memories because of the shared trauma and inside jokes. Yeah, that's a big thing too. Especially with my guild, you know, having raided entirely with the same guild. Okay, that's not very fair because the one constant with raiding in my guild has been me, because most everyone has, like, you know, people come and go, or go, but I've been raiding with a lot of the same people for years, off and on. So every raid is like cool and special and stuff. Like my memories fade and all that, right? But there's a certain there's a certain satisfaction I'll always have because at the end of the day, we killed this boss, and we did it with the team that we put together, and we curated, and we or carried along or whatever. But we did it. You can skip her with the Argus. Yeah, you can skip her eventually, but you know, if you want stuff, you still gotta kill her. Or if you want to do the initial skips, you still need to kill her. I heard you haven't mentioned you haven't done Heroic Dungeons or Mythic Plus. I've done Delves and Rays. I'm pretty much the same, but I'm struggling to put into words why. What are my thoughts on this? I don't need to do dungeons. That's all. Ah. So if I don't need to do it, then I'm not going to do it. But I do. But raiding is of particular interest to me because of the guild. You know, because I can raid with them. You know, we play together. We get together 2 nights out of the week, kill some bad guys, get some loots, and then prepare ourselves for the next trial the following week. But I don't need dungeons to... Dungeons, especially Mythic Plus dungeons, like ever since they became a thing in Legion, they haven't been a goal for me. They've been a tool for the most part. They've been a path for me to get gear so I can do raids. That's what keys have been for me. That's what Mythic Plus has been for me. With Delves, I no longer need keys for that, and so the value of keys has gone down considerably. Now, the time will come during the season where I'm like, all right, cool. I got AOTC. I got the gear that I wanted, blah, blah, blah. All right, guys, who wants to do dungeons? You know, so my goals will simply shift. You know, now that I've met these primary goals, now it's like, okay, is there anything that I want to strive for? And I expect myself to kind of like flip that switch and be like, all right, cool, I want to do some keys now. I'm still going to do raids and things are going to be on farm or whatever. But what I typically do is one night out of the week, I'll do 4 dungeons with a kind of sort of set group of people. We'll see how it works out this season. But for the most part, I play with the same people. I don't pug. If there's 4 of us on and I can't get a 5th guildmate, then I don't go. Excuse me. Sheesh. So I hope that kind of helps give you an idea of at least what I'm thinking, Soft. Haven't done Mythic Plus since Shad quit Dragon Me, and I haven't. And you haven't missed them one bit. Yeah, me neither. I mean, I'm curious to see what they're like, but I'm in no rush to jump into them. I guess what I mean is, why do you think Mythic Plus is a primary goal for some but not others? Oh, that's easy. Some people did, for some, I'm not trying to speak for nobody, but for some, they just want this feeling of, hey, I want to beat something difficult and get cool shit for it. But I don't want to, but I don't want to get into a raid to do it. So it's very much a preference kind of thing. Does this game mode make you happy? That's it. They don't get happiness out of raids. They get happiness out of keys. And who am I to say, no, you're not having fun. You can only have fun through raids. What are you talking about? So of course I'll respect what people prefer to do. I'll only really clap back when people start like trash talking, well, raids are dumb, but let's not go there. Let's enjoy the things that we like doing, and if we have feedback and we want to make it better, let's listen to that and see what people have to say about it. But when we hear people being like, oh, well, Mythic Plus needs to improve, so we should nerf delves, that's not the way to go about it. That don't seem right. But yeah, some people, they just want to be able to complete challenges or clear difficult content, but a raid just doesn't do it for them. They don't like the raid size. They don't like the logistics and stuff. Curious, chat. Favorite raid? Imagine, a gun to your head, and you're forced to answer. You must give one answer. What is your favorite raid in World of Warcraft? Reason isn't necessary. Your reasons are your own. Just curious. What are some of your guys' favorites? Voldor, very straightforward, and you can choose your order. Got to move around without running everywhere. I got Antoris. I got 10-man Kara. Oh, Kara is... Kara does hold a very special place in my heart. I don't know if I want to say it's like the best raid or my favorite raid in WoW, but very memorable because my group was stuck in there for like all of BC. Like we tried doing Gruul, and we failed terribly. Couldn't get past the first encounter, whatever that was, and that just kind of sent the message that, yep, we're not able to do it. We suck. Nathria from a couple folks, right on. And why are these guys not dying? There we go. Come on. There we go. Oh, it takes a while for them to fall over. Nathria was a good raid. It was a good raid. I hated the trash. Well, you know what? Trash is something that we always hate, I think. Trash, that's why it's called trash, right? I'll be right back. Let's see. Vault of the Incarnates. I'm an endgame newbie. Oh, good. Right on. Vault of the Incarnates. You know, I did like the raid. Mostly. I thought they had some good fights. Some of them are frustrating, like Broodmother, like that one was frustrating a little bit. But I did like, but I did like how that dance turns out. That was cool. All right, so this boss is dead. Yeah, this raid takes a while to navigate through. The Black Temple. Ah, old school player here. Right on. Yeah, there's only, I mean, ultimately, there's only so many people who ran Black Temple and Sunwell when it was current. Because that shit was hard. All was fun, lots of different strategies for the tank and players and things for healers to do. Started to get interesting. Boop. Like, since this is fresh in my memory, so far at least, like, I haven't cleared Heroic yet. We're on the last boss now. But Brood Twister, the worm boss, easily my favorite. My absolute favorite boss in the raid. Like, it's so hectic. There's so much to do, so much to, like, coordinate and everything. But I really liked it. It's very, very fulfilling. When we progress through it, and that's part of the magic, or that's part of the fun for me when it comes to raiding, is it's a puzzle to solve. These encounters are you know, you have like, you know, 10 to 30 bodies that you just throw at this boss, and then it's like, okay, what happens, you know? And my team goes in mostly blind, so it's like, yeah, what's going to happen? Like when we go for Ansrak tomorrow, I don't know what the changes are. Let's see what happens, you know, and see how things work out. But then as we slowly start to chip away at this wall, or, you know, we start to take this whole encounter and start to break it down into its parts and start figuring things out and assigning things and blah, blah, blah. There's such a joy that I get from it when as a team we figure it out, and then we're able to execute on it, and then progress a little bit further, and then a little bit further, and then a little bit further, and a little bit further. You know, and I don't mean to like look down on folks that just look at guides, but I think to myself, you know, and I used to look at guides back in the day. I don't know, I forgot when it was that I forget when it was that I stopped. But I stopped after a while because I was like, I'm not really getting, you know, value out of this, or I'm losing like the value of like what it means to be here doing this. If I'm playing, or if I'm looking at a guide, then that means someone did most of the work for me, and now all I'm doing is just following instructions and stuff. That's okay if people just don't want to have the time to, that they don't want to give themselves the time to do that. But I also feel like that's just a big part of the prize. It's part of the reward of raiding. That you get this opportunity to figure it out, as opposed to having someone else do it for you, and then, you know, again, manual stuff. Same kind of goes with, this is a bit more touchy, but the same kind of goes with like learning your class and stuff. You know, I'm mostly self-taught. Like I'll look at like what stats like might be good at some points, but for the most part, I very stubbornly stick to certain attitudes and gameplay styles. And I'm like, no, I'm gonna make this work for me. we're gonna, you know, we're still gonna progress. And you know, if I'm wrong, and I need to be like, okay, I'm clearly doing things wrong, I need some help, then you know I got to reach out. But before that, I try not to, because again, just like exploring the world of Azeroth and the world of Warcraft, there's a certain satisfaction and joy from discovering your class and how it works out and seeing what these buttons do. Brutus was fun on Ret Pally. OMG is fun. Yeah. No, it's a good fight. It's all good, Scott. Take care of yourself. I love the movement and coordination of Senarth and Raz. Senarth. Senarth is the spider, right? Spider one was alright. Raz was a cool fight. Tough, too. Lots of dancing. My only gripe with Raz is that it felt a little bit long. Like, if, you know, this part of the phase was like 30 seconds shorter, if this other phase was 30 seconds shorter, this phase, you know, this and that, it would have felt better. It just felt long. But as for, like, mechanically, it felt cool. What's up, Mr. Bruh? Class learning is iffy if you suck and you don't read. No, you're right. Like, that's why I was saying it's kind of a more touchy subject when it comes to learning your class and stuff, because you might fundamentally be flawed in what you're thinking because you missed something. You know, you overlooked like a certain synergy that's like, oh, that's actually very essential to being successful in that class. You know. But there's still a certain like a certain journey that some people just don't want to take. It's like, hey, let's look up this class. Hey, this class sounds good, and then they'll look up the guides on exactly how to do it before even playing it, or before, you know, putting in much time into it. You know, and that kind of takes something away from that. Really, I did like Blackrock Foundry as a raid for some of the older ones. Oh, Foundry was good. I like that one. They had some good fights. You know, looking back, some of them feel dated, but they're still good. I wish I could find a raid team that does blind prog, but everyone expects people to read guides. I mean, I'm not very militant about it, right? Like, if there are some people that do read them, they're not telling me, and I appreciate that. But if anything, like, they do, for the most part, they do at least humor me, and they let me just march everyone off to death. All right, let's try this. Oh, this clearly didn't work out. Let's try this. This clearly didn't work out. This raid happened to be, in so few words, easier. There wasn't a thing where it was like, oh man, I have no idea how to do this. That hasn't happened yet. Everything that we've been seeing has been something that we've been able to figure out, not organically. Analog? No. We've been able to figure it out. We've been able to feel our way through it without having to guess how stuff works. So in a way, you could say that it was just kind of easy. Wish I could get back into Mythic Plus. Back when I played, that was definitely more in line with how I played WoW. Yeah, right on. I love Nax. I grew up playing Warcraft 3, and the idea of killing Kel'Thuzad was like such a huge thing to me. No way, dude. Lich is like hella strong, especially when you use Lich and Death Knight. Oh man, use them together, they fuck. Their single target was like dope at like sniping heroes and shit. So. Your guild is doing an OG Nax unlock and raid right for our guildies. They didn't know they brought back the vanilla one. Oh, that's fun. Someone spoiled the web tangling on court. Oh, did they? I think they did, yeah. But I mean, that only would have taken a wipe or two to be like, okay, so how do we stop it? Do we just put our bodies into it or something like that? And yeah, we would have figured it out. How about my least favorite delve? My least favorite. Probably the underwater ones, because those are very inconvenient. By far. And all the other ones are fine. And then Fungal Folly's the best. So it's like, Fungal Folly, most of the delves, underwater delves, done. And this one. I full embraced the no guide and haven't watched a single one since Centaurus. Right on. Hell yeah. Yeah, if y'all can find like a no guide or, you know, a blind guild, I think it's fun. I think it's a lot of fun. Because you're doing so much more learning of fights. And then you can kind of look back on like, okay, what about the strategies that we tried that were just like shit? That just did not work, but we tried it anyway because it's like, oh, let's figure it out. Some of the most fun I probably had in a raid was Uldir because it was the first one after I joined the guild that I went into blind. I'd already learned all the fights for Entourus, which was current when I joined. Sometimes it can get frustrating because when there's like a lot of stuff going on and you're trying to raid lead, like you have no choice but to trust your guild because they're gonna know things that you don't. Like with Uldir, I'm like down here tanking all this shit. You know, I'm interrupting stuff, I'm grabbing stuff, I'm pulling, you know, I'm telling people to come over and blah blah blah. Meanwhile, I'm listening to people talk about like how to like throw the ball thing and pitching and stuff, and you know, and that's mechanically easy, right? But just seeing that separation, it's like, okay, I hope they know what they're doing, because there's nothing that I can really say to offer them advice or anything like that. But that's kind of a cool thing too, is that I just gotta trust them. So like for Brood Twister, I just knew that I needed people to break off and interrupt a worm, but I never talked about exactly who should do it. I would only say at a high level, hey, make sure that worm's covered. So I have a feeling that there are some people that just kind of pre-assign themselves to that role, and then I just trust them to do it. Oh. Otherwise, I'm not familiar with like how often the cast time is. Is one person enough? Do you need two people? I don't pay attention to that. My biggest attention is setting down marks, doing the call outs. Okay, I still cover a lot. The marks, the call outs, making sure the tanky bugs are picked up, regardless of who's tanking at the time. Trying to survive the tank buster debuff as soon as we switch off. And yeah. So it's a lot. Yeah, it's putting a lot of trust in people, which is cool. But the leaders have to actually be somewhat good to maintain blind rating. I mean, DBM, I do let DBM run, you know, because timers and stuff, because no matter what, even if I knew a fight, I'm going to forget shit, and timers just help a lot of the when of what's coming, even if I don't quite understand, like, what the fuck to do. But yeah, I would say like you know, between me and the folks who like speak up and talk about strategies and stuff, good enough. We get by. Yeah, we get by. It's taken us this far. Haven't raided a few expansions now outside the Alp Night or two. I haven't spent too much of the guild repairs in a while. Ah. If you could get rid of one type of fight forever, what would I nix? Well, vehicles are already pretty much gone anyway. But I would never want to restrict the devs and say, no, you can't have a certain fight anymore. No. Keep them all. All of them stay. I know you want an answer, but I really wouldn't want it. I really would just want like more. Because, I mean, God, there's so many... How many raid bosses are there? Too many, dude. All these expansions, all these goddamn raids. And who knows how many raid bosses. I'm not counting. It's too many. But with so many, it's like... The encounter designer's like, okay, so how do we kill our players? But create something that can eventually be killed itself. You know? Excuse me. The first boss of the egg thing, never duplicate that shit. I mean, I don't have a good perspective of like the earlier raids because, you know, wasn't really there for it. But like we have had something kind of similar to that with Broodmother. You know, second to last boss in Vaults. So it's not the same thing. I know it's not the same thing, but I hate any fight that makes me do something drastically different than playing my class. Extra action buttons are fine. A new action bar for a large portion of the fight I hate, because I'm a shaman, not a tank operator. I mean, it was cool when they first did it, and then it just kind of became sort of hokey. I would say like something that other people don't appreciate are like the Tindril fight where you had to use dragon riding, and people don't like dragon riding, so that's kind of a problem. Hellfire Citadel. There were eggs there? Hellfire Assault is a fight that I did not like. It was just like, you know, a big trash fight. That didn't feel... To me, a fight like that isn't very stimulating. So I wasn't fond of that. Trying to think of others. Trying to think of other encounters that I just did not like. Nyalotha. Is it Hive Mind? No. Drestagath. Yeah, this guy. This guy I didn't like at all. This is the one where you have that big nubbin in the middle, and then people are running around killing ads, so they get a buff, which lets them attack the boss. As a tank, I wasn't fond of it because I was like tanking a boss but not doing any damage to it, and that was frustrating for me. I was like, what am I doing? The other fights were fine, I think. Other fights were fine. Il'gynoth was fine. That was fun. Vexiana was fun. Radan was fun. Yeah, everything else was cool. By comparison. Drestagath sucked. Alright? If I'm going to say that something sucked, Drestagath is like my enemy. Were there other fights that were just like... Buh. You could have gotten the buff during tank swaps. No, I'm going to give it to someone else. I'm going to give it to a Deeps. I don't need it. That's lame. Yeah, I'm going to let someone who does DPS do the DPS. Never mind, I had Twilight Devastations running. Let's see, any other fights that sucked? I mean, that one Fate Scribe mechanic, that thing sucked. Yeah, there's that. Yeah, that fight sucks. Being dependent on people running onto a glyph thing, like, that is frustrating. The other fights here were fine. Yeah. By comparison, at least. Sylvanas is a big pain in the ass, very too long of a fight, but out of these, Fate Scribe just sucked the most. Cataclysm raids. Let's just jump around. There's only so many minutes left in raid right now, or in stream. I wasn't fond of Blackhorn. Blackhorn was just like a series of ads coming in and then hitting the harpoon thing. And then later is the boss. Those sorts of fights are a little annoying. So kind of the same thing with Spine. It's like you're playing, but you're not exactly like tanking a boss, you know? Madness was like a little bit better. The other fights I think were fine. My memory of them isn't as good as it used to be, but what fights were just disappointing? A lot of the first bosses were often disappointing. I would say, like, while I have enjoyed this current raid, they've also been easy-ish. So, like, Olgrax was very easy. Sikran was very easy. Like, those I would say, those two bosses I would say are disappointing. Because there wasn't a whole lot going on with them. You know, going from Olgrax to Bloodbound, like, it's kind of a crapshoot because it's a little bit RNG, but that fight gets out of hand really fast if you screw up. Roshanon is easy to wipe, for examples. But yeah, these two fights, Olgrax and Sekran, like, those were pretty disappointing to me. Random. Sepulcher. So what sucked here? What did suck here? No, I think I liked all of these. Actually, Leovim was probably the weirdest one. But that still wasn't so bad either. No, I think I liked all the fights here. I mean, progressing through and, like, having to get legendaries and, like, all that pathing, like, that was tough. But the fights themselves, aside from the little Vigilant Guardian, was kind of boring. The other ones were fine, though. In Sanctum, any shitty fights? Now we already looked at these. Another expansion, Legion. I remember, like, Nythendra, like, wiped us a few times at the start, so it was kind of like a rude awakening. It's like, oh man, but then once after the first time, we just kind of smoked it. Il'gynoth was kind of awkward because of the whole dragon of blood. I wasn't very fond of that. That was fine. The other fights were fine. Xavius Xavius I found to be like one of the least memorable end bosses that I've fought. Like, it wasn't super hard. It was just forgettable. Yeah, a lot of that was forgettable, sadly. We just did Night Hold here, but... Any disappointments here? Nope. Night Hold's fine. Gorath was boring. No, I think Harchatan was like... yeah, I have no memory of Harchatan at all. Yeah, I don't know what he did. I think he summoned ads, and then we just, like, burned him down, and, like, that was it. Very boring fight. Everything else here I have some memory of. Like Maiden and people getting themselves killed. Or they would get shot into, like, the hole. Everything in here was okay too. Yeah, these were overall mostly cool fights. I'll say forever that Spine LFR is the original mythic fight between trolls and ignorance. It took some amazing players to counteract them and beat it. Worst raid boss ever was the Assault. Yeah. It's like everyone smokes it, and then now we're just like waiting for like the next thing. It it felt like doing Violet Hold. Spine was frustrating because same thing. You know, once we got an idea of how to handle it, like it was just like, all right, raid, stop. Let's all wait for more of these ads to spawn. Don't kill it yet, guys. Don't kill it yet. Oh my God, someone, you know, it was that. So the pacing, the fight pacing on that was very doo-doo. Did I ever try Sepulchre after finishing Mythic Sanctum? Yes. So I was able to get far, but I could not get past Rygalon. Because he does a certain mechanic where you get debuffs and then it kills you. And in order to avoid it, you need to jump into like those holes. But I never figured out how to jump into like multiple holes to make sure that I just avoid getting hit with this cosmic debuff thing in the first place. So I just die. So I think it'll be better like as the expansion goes along and I'm able to just get more DPS, and I'll just go in as red and just blow them up. There's a rule of thumb that I heard from Dretnos. If there are any fights where I can't actually attack things in a useful way is bad. I can't attack things in a useful way. Sometimes, like, people get, like, the gimmicky thing to do. And there's something, you know, okay about that. Not everything is something that needs to be DPS down. Sometimes, you know, there's, like, other weird shit to do. The positioning and what have you. Taluk Mythic was bad. Taluk? What? I don't forget what raid that's from. Can I do a search here? Taluk. Oh, well, dear. So what was cool here? Or not cool? Taluk was fine, Mother was fine, Fetid was fine. I remember we had quite a bit of trouble with Vectis. Yeah, people were like standing in something and getting themselves killed. And Guhun was just kind of a slog because it's like, oh, we screwed up with tossing stuff. So it's that kind of non-combat stuff that's critical to the fight but it's also you not actually fighting. So maybe that's what you and Dratnos was referring to. Like that can get frustrating. And at the same time, like the tank and the rest of the team is like down there. Oh my god, are you guys done yet? And we're slowly getting flooded with more and more people. Like, oh shit. Yeah, because at least that one, you know, unlike say Hellfire Assault, my team did not have the damage to just like power through and kill everything as it spawned, and then we're just kind of diddling our thumbs waiting for them. We needed people down there to help kill shit. So that was fun. Fights that you have to play around with the camera just to see the one-shot laser. I mean, it's very broad, but I'm not very fond of like things that just one-shot the raid after like, you know, 6 or 7, like after a 6 or 7 minute fight, someone misses something, everyone's instantly dead. Like that kind of shit sucks. So anyway, it is noon time. I'm gonna try to rest my voice as much as I can, then get back to work with doing like some sponsored stuff. Stay tuned for that whenever that comes along. I think I will try to throw together some footage from this and then just put together like a brief overview of like the Transmog stuff that's happening next week, and then just kind of give like reminders of like, hey, here's where we're at when it comes to old world stuff. How soloable is it? Here's a word on speed sets. Here's what works and what doesn't. Basically, hardly anything works, but hopefully that'll be helpful for people who are just looking for like to have a certain thing answered about the upcoming patch. So off I go. You folks have a great rest of your day. I'll see you guys for the next thing, and until then, stay safe, stay healthy, and as always, stay breezy.